the point where we can save again.
Sounds good. Alright, well I'm back. I'm good to go. I feel a million times better. I have some more drink.
I already clicked on the door, so I don't know if you have yet.
Nope.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, clicking on the door.
Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again.
What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. Now make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here.
Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Oh, okay, I'm going.
So then...
And be thorough. I'm counting on you.
And secret room. Ah, good stuff. First, we have to find a network cable. Which...
Oh, I actually don't know who that is.
I'm assuming is in the desk, so clicking the desk. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it!
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So, please just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me.
As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get you out of here. You and all the rest of us, as friends.
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Like, I understand why we're putting Alter Ego in there, because it's another way we can connect to the network, but dude was attacked in there. I don't think that's the most secretive of places at the moment. I just
Yeah.
like I said, I understand why, because there's no cameras and an Ethernet port, but, you know, dude got cold cocked, like, straight up.
Yeah, but Kyoko was the one who told you about it, so she could drag you back there adamantly and be like she was, and, you know, not
Alright, fair
draw
enough.
any suspicion, so.
Fair enough.
How did it go?
Well, it went okay, but all the, documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko!
What?
Yes?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Well, maybe But isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true. But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
Then what should we...
So...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why Alter Ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired. So I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back into the real world. And we shall see who's at the door!
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here.
Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost.
Hey, Kandarine. Doing pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm also doing pretty well. Even though you can't see me.
Yeah.
It sounds like something's happened.
As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Alright. Alright, clicking the door. Can't get the door open. Is it locked? Alright. Let's see what Hina has to say. She's the one who's called us all up here.
Makoto! Kyoko!
Hina, what's wrong?
Something's not right. In the rec room.
What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura! Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her? Yeah, you're doing it right.
No, good job,
She's just
Envy.
walking past, and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here.
Inside the rec room, Sakura still hasn't moved an inch. Excuse me. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long.
Here! I found a broom! In the classroom! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry!
Okay, you two, stand back. I took a hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window, and all it took was one solid hit. Crash. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could. But the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. I could feel the only last lingering warmth of living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin! Danganronpa.
Huh? Sakura's...
Huh? Sakura's
dead? She's really
dead?
dead?
Question mark? Apostrophe? Period? @ symbol? Hashtag? $sign?
Wingdings? I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or reaction?
Hey, Shadow Strike the King. Thanks for tuning in. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
just stood there motionlessly behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long...
I got everyone!
What?
Over.
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it.
Forgive you.
You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh.
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, their lives are all on the line, right?
What is
What
this?
the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it.
Hina.
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I want to ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But...
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. And no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Alrighty, so that actually came up a lot quicker than I was expecting.
We still gotta go through the Monokuma file first.
Oh, okay. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there's no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in the mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, or something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in this school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Alright. So I think this will be a good wrapping up place for tonight.
Yep.
Ooh. This is, this one's kind of interesting. Because...
Still on board?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like that this one's gone a little, I don't want to say like more off rail, but it's like, okay, so we've had it's been revealed that Sakura is the mastermind spy. She winds up dead in a locked room, which can only be unlocked from inside the room. At first I was starting to think maybe it was more of a suicide type of thing, like with there's all of the poisons and whatnot with the new protein drinks. So at first I was thinking that it was just her being like, some sort of like honor type, like, oh, I failed, I'm just, taking my own life, it's the only way type of thing. But it's like, I'm not seeing any cups or anything in the immediate area. And so I'm kind of ruling that out, but not exactly yet. I mean, there's a whole bunch, because I was like, there's the protein stuff over by the door. So, but I mean, there's the cloth on the ground, there's the blood stain over by the magazine rack, there's whatever this red stuff is gonna be. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this one is gonna go. I mean, I have no real theories at the moment, because again, I haven't done the investigation yet. But yeah, this one definitely is interesting in that fact where there's not a whole lot of immediate clues as to what's going on. So, I mean, I'm hoping I have one question regarding the whole locked room, where they were talking about the one where the killer doesn't leave and then tries to blend in with the crowd during the chaos. Like, it'll be interesting to see that when we talk to Hina, if they actually explain, like, oh yeah, I grabbed everybody, or oh, you know, this person was missing, or I only picked up these 2 people out of the 3 type of thing. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where this one's gonna go for sure. Because there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, yeah, who knows? Maybe it could be suicide. It could be... I'm just trying to think of, like, who really wanted Sakura dead. As, like, the only person that... I mean, nobody blatantly said, oh yeah, you know, she needs to die. It's just a lot of people like, oh, we shouldn't trust her. So yeah, so I'm super interested. I can't wait to get into the investigation next time.
Cool. Just making sure, because, you know, this one is certainly kind of a step above. Locked room mysteries are a little more challenging.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's still starting off, to me at least, as vague as 2 did. Because there wasn't a whole lot going on with 2 at the beginning, but there wasn't anything else going on with 2. At least you do have this, you know, mystery upon mystery upon mystery type thing happening, so... Yeah. I hate to hype myself up, but I do kind of have some high hopes for this one. So, but I'm going to try not to overthink it and get too hyped, because sometimes when you hype yourself up too much, you just end up ruining it.
You just end up disappointed.
Yeah, so I'm going to try not to think about it too much until we start getting, you know, balls deep into the investigation. Because there should be enough information for me to start making some, you know, slightly less baseless accusations.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one's interesting for sure. So, like I said, that's this is going to be a good place to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Definite shout out to Flolin for the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate that here at Zero Tolerance Games. Also, shout-outs to Envy, as always. Mendex, who I believe popped in for a little bit. Shadow Strike the King, thank you very much. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and hit that follow button. If you haven't, I still suggest you go ahead and hit that follow button, because we do stream 7 days a week. Usually a little something different every day. Sometimes we... multi-stream the same thing quite often for reasons. Like this, we do a lot because we're trying to keep up with a schedule. Or it's, you know, Dark Souls 3, and in that case, 7 days a week of Dark Souls 3. Yeah, that'll be fun, because it's Dark Souls 3.
Of course. Nothing can go wrong with that.
Oh, and it'll be blind playthrough, so it'll be also just as bad. I mean, great. Great, it'll be awesome. So yeah, also, follow us on Twitter at ZTGamesNet. You'll get a more reliable source of notifications, where if you're in the lucky pool of people like myself, they usually don't come right away, sometimes at all. Twitter is just a more reliable source of notifications, as well as if we have any big announcements ourselves. Wow, words were failing me. If you have any big announcements, I can't wait till the next time we stream. Usually gets posted there. Definitely check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/ZeroToleranceGamesTV, where we export about 95% of the stuff we do, and put them in the easy-to-find and view playlist, so you're not having to try and deal with the clunkiness that is the Twitch archive. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for finding us. I hope you are enjoying all of the great content we have provided you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Monday through Sunday of streaming. There are 3 of us here. Myself, Jason Cupcake Troll Gordon. We've got the person who is co-VOing with me on this game.
Mike Psychotic Kelly.
Thank you. And number 3, Nick Latency. Like I say, we all stream different days. We all do something a little bit different. So you're bound to find something you like. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in, showing up. Thank you for the follows. Definitely appreciate it here at Zero Tolerance Games. So, until next time, for Zero Tolerance Games, my name is Jay... Oh?
One thing. Just gonna throw a little side announcement out there. It's not like a big thing. I do have work tomorrow.
Okay.
Today is daylight savings time. There is a possibility I might pass out right after work. I will do my best to attempt to stream. It may not happen. I just want to give everyone a heads up in advance.
All right. And I make no promises because my usual Sunday D&D is going from a structured type of a D&D to more of a homebrew D&D. So I cannot promise when I'll be home. If I do get home early enough and I see the stream is not on, I will try and fill with something. Again, no promises, much like Mike. You know, or the mysterious 3rd member of our group could fucking step up for once, and... But that's a different conversation for another day. Anyway, so like I said, for Zero Tolerance Games, my name is Jason Cupcake Troll Gordon, joined with...
Mike Psychotic Kelly.
And until next time...